Scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Less $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port-in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful. Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
So,
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm in back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm?
Here we go.
You don't know. You don't know. And you know why you don't know? Because you're gutless, Andy. You're gutless.
Sedano and Cap.
God, I'm going to melt you.
Yeah. Do da beep. Dee da da. Come on.
So, Cappy, are you going to throw down? Like, what's going on there?
Well, I would encourage you, George Sedano, and say good afternoon, everybody, to the Big CY, the president of the local chapter of the Handsome Man community.
What's up, kiddos?
Clinton Yates is in the house. I would say this to you, George. If you get a second, just turn on YouTube.
Here we go. Okay. Well, I don't have my laptop with me, so I can't. You have to send me a screenshot.
Okay, George.
Or the audience will.
Let me ask you this quickly, because, George, you're a man that understands the world of combat because of your training in the athletic facility. And I'm being serious about this.
Correct.
Cappy is a man who does marathons, triathlons of the like. Fortenbaugh is a guy that I would call more of the pugilistic variety of personality, but maybe not necessarily the same frame. Meaning, if we were to get into a celebrity boxing / combat situation, as much as I trust Cappy with the size and the stature, Fortenbaugh's kind of a bulldog. And I'm not sure who would come out on the other end, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Everything made sense, Clinton, except one thing.
You losing potentially?
No. That could happen. You got to respect your opponent.
Sure.
Okay. The only thing that didn't make sense in that entire thing was the word pugilistic. Because I don't know what that means.
Right, yeah.
That's pugilism is the art of fighting. That's what it is. That's exactly what it's called. And what I'm saying is that I could see, like, let's just say this beef got settled and each of you put up $1 million because you're both rich to your favorite charities to see who could potentially come out on top in like a 1-round situation. I think you could win a boxing match. But if it got to UFC and there was a ground and pound potential situation, Fortenbaugh might have an edge because of sort of the lower base and the trunk maybe being to his advantage.
Okay. All right. Well,
that's just me.
Listen, all I know is this. I said it then. I say it again. Didn't know who he was. Didn't know he worked for the same company. Didn't know anything. Today, I get here to the ESPN set, and I can see that we're now collegial and in close proximity. So if you look at our YouTube right now, there's a full screen of me.
This is what you're getting at.
See what's going on over my right shoulder?
Let me. I haven't gotten to it yet. Let me.
Is they're doing their show? Yeah.
Correct.
George. Is Q there as well?
I don't see Q, but then again, I don't know Q.
He's the brother.
Oh, he's the brother? Okay.
Yes.
I was just going to say, yeah, he's the black guy.
Well, if he's going to bring his brother, then I should have brought my brother.
Oh, Joe's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, right over my shoulder. Right over my shoulder.
If he wanted to take you out with the Nerf gun, you would be in full play.
Oh, dude, that's why. Don't you don't think I'm keeping my eye on this guy?
Hilarious.
I mean, I had to set my camera up this way to keep my eye on this guy. What if he decides to just, run up on me and do a Rambo?
He's got the blazer on, too. He's going to a completely different party than you are.
Well, the thing is, he just changed because he was wearing like this ridiculous green Hawaiian shirt that he had on. So now he's got on a blazer.
Can he hear you? Like, if you were to yell to him, he is what we call within earshot, legit.
He is within earshot. He does have on both headphones. I don't know what he's listening to. If I had to take a guess, he's probably on our YouTube channel on his phone. And there is some management around here. There are some ESPN kind of bigwigs, if you will, that are here amongst us.
Some muckety mucks.
Exactly, George. So I think everybody is on their best behavior.
Who's there? Who is there? Who are the muckety mucks?
Well, I would say that I'm looking here at Justin Craig.
Shouts to
Justin Craig.
Justin Craig, who runs ESPN Radio Network. He's sitting right here.
Okay. Justin Craig, by the way,
he's a big guy. He can separate you two.
Justin Craig has a Shaqnosis shoe in his office, the size 22 variety that you can stick a small child inside of.
Okay. There's George. You said you went, and Clinton, did you make it over to Mina's event on Monday
did.
night?
We were there. I saw George.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Okay. The woman Megan from ESPN, who actually puts together all
Megan
of the
Judge.
We love Megan. Yeah.
Megan Judge. Megan is sitting right here. So so Justin and Megan are here. So needless to say, I think both me and your boy on our best behavior.
This is a genuinely funny situation.
Okay,
George.
good.
It is.
Like, I'm
Good.
looking at this right
Good.
now, and this is you could, if you were to say, okay, we're doing a film class, and you have to shoot one scene about a radio show, you could not block it and script it better than what it looks like right now on the YouTube chat, or on the YouTube scene. This is fantastic. I love this.
Oh my God! I mean, you guys got to understand. For me, this is like the greatest because I'm generally. Well, I just like to stir it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me to be sitting here where I am on the ESPN set, and for this young man to be sitting right behind me on the same ESPN set, and for there to have been no interaction of any kind, not like, hey, how are you? Or like I didn't walk up and go, hey, man, how you doing? We had that whole thing. Maybe you'd like to tell me off air, like what the story is. Like, maybe we can get over it and be professional about it. I'm not doing that. And by the same token, he ain't coming over to me and going, hey, man, listen, I know that thing happened. And, let me tell you what the problem is. And maybe we can let bygones be bygones, which, by the way, I kind of prefer that. You know what I mean? Like, let's just all get along kind of a thing. But if it gets pugilistic, which is a new word for me, I'm feeling that's why he didn't come over.
To be clear, the pugilism was in good, clean fun. That wasn't in, there's a square off and all of a sudden it's got to go down. I meant with what you were talking about, the diplomatic cables being sent, the breaking of bread occurring. Maybe you guys just wanted to be, hardos and wanted to get out a couple, throws on each other just for the sake of doing it. I don't actually think you guys need to be fighting, just to be clear. That would be barbaric and ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
And
It'd
also,
be funny, though.
I know, but for me, if I don't, but hold on. If I don't have George with me, because here's the one thing about George.
Cappy, it's a 10-hour drive from OKC to New Orleans. I'm just letting you know. It's not close. I'd have to jump on a plane. It's not going to happen very quickly.
I know, but if you were with me, I'd feel like I have coverage.
You'd be more emboldened, is what you'd say?
Because you're a karate man.
Well, and also, I also don't care. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like, hey, bro, what's the deal? Can you guys just get along? I would totally just make that happen.
That's my point. You would have absolutely instigated the situation.
No, not instigated, but found a way to make this work,
or not. But if it didn't work, Clinton, all I'm saying is George is a karate man.
Sure.
Okay, and as a man of karate, whether he's got tight hamstrings in 2025 or not.
I do have tighter hamstrings than I used to.
Is that
for
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like George.
Oh man, listen, dog. Once you get to those mid-40s, bro, it's different.
No,
you need to stretch a little bit.
The hamstrings are tight. Here's what I'll say though, Cappy.
All right,
and here's what a potential inroad is that is not one that is antagonistic or of a microaggressive nature.
Okay.
Ask him where he gets his clothes. Joe Fortenbaugh is one of the best dressed dudes on the network. He's got blazers and pocket squares and shirts for days, and he's really good at that. That is a legitimate way. If you said, hey, man, whatever's going on, I need to know who your guy is from a tailor standpoint, and I'll bet you that might open the door to a kind interaction versus whatever you might have had in mind.
Okay. All right. Well,
just say.
That's your suggestion, Clinton. And by the way, I take your suggestion very seriously. George, do you have a suggestion?
I just would walk up to him hey, man, I don't know, I'm so-and-so. This is what happened one day. I don't understand what the hostility was.
Oh, he knows who you are, though.
Can we just can we have an adult conversation here? Because I don't think that was cool. I wouldn't have done that to you if it would have been the other foot. The shoe would have been the other foot. I'd gone on his show and shouted you out, Cappy. So how about that?
How'd that go?
All right.
Nothing. I got nothing. I said because they called it the Sedano show, and I said no, it's Sedano and Cap. Shout out to my guy Scott Kaplan, man. He's one half of this thing. Without him, it doesn't work.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And
now he was not the one. That was Chris Carlin, who I think just made a mistake. It wasn't done purposely. But I don't
all right.
So.
I mean, these are dicey diplomatic territories right
I know.
now.
And I just
so I would have just been yo, what's the deal, dude? Kind of like Harbaugh and Pete Carroll. Yo, what's your deal?
Let me ask you guys this question. By the time we get off the air today, should I invite him to come by the show?
Here's what you do: you send over something mid-show, get an Uber Eats, Uber Eats or something. Send a straight up bouquet of flowers. That would be hilarious.
Some bouquets.
Send him a bouquet.
Yeah.
Send him a bouquet on set and say it's from Kaplan, and just see how he reacts. You know what I'm saying? And you turn around and give him the wave, one of those. You know what I mean? That'd be hilarious.
Right, and if not, Cappy, if you get into some sort of accident, then we can just call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Look, here's the reality of the situation. Obviously, I've always told you if you have any kind of accident, you call Jacob immediately at 844-24-JACOB and tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. But my guy Jacob Marani is obviously very concerned about the impact these wildfires are having in the Southland. The wildfires can leave lasting scars on our homes, our health, and our community. So if you've been injured or dealing with any damage to your property, you don't have to fight this horrific situation alone. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. When disaster strikes, your recovery shouldn't be a fight. Let Jacob and his team do the fighting for you and provide the representation that you deserve while getting you what you're owed. Jacob and his team, their thoughts and prayers are with you and all of you who have been affected by these wildfires, either directly or indirectly through friends or loved ones. So if you or someone you know has been injured or suffered property damage due to these wildfires, call Jacob for a free case review. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. Jacob and his team are here to help, and together we will rebuild.
Saturday in North Carolina, the Kings powered their way to a 4-2 win over the Hurricanes, led by forward Kevin Fiala.
Kings guided up top, deflected out. Foot race back through neutral ice to collect it, and the Kings take over. Right wing, Fiala steps into the middle. Fiala waits, shoots, scores! What a goal! Kevin Fiala, and the Kings lead it 3-1 here in the second period. Hull pressured right wing, and it's back into the neutral zone. Skated away by LA, and they come. Fiala shoots, scores! Kevin Fiala, he's done it again! And with 8:20 to play in the third, it's 4-2 LA!
Tonight, the Kings begin a 6-game stretch on home ice against an original 6 opponent, the Montreal Canadiens. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 7:30 on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
$575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
Walks around like a little puppy dog.
On 710 ESPN.
Oh, come on now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Strike back, Cappy.
You will be there.
Y'all didn't
haven't heard
dance
this
to
song
this
in
in
a
the
long time.
basement with your brothers and sisters in the night. You didn't do that. You didn't do that like I did. You don't know about Bobby Brown moving around in these videos. Love that guy.
You talking about DeAndre? He don't know nothing about no Bobby Brown.
Come on now, Cap.
Stop it. I'm looking at him
real.
in a moment of solidarity.
That's right.
on, young
That's what's
fella.
happening right now. You a lie, Cap.
Come on, young fella.
Yeah. Love this song. Great
Good
video,
song.
too.
Haven't seen it in a long time. Haven't heard this song in a long time.
I mean, this would have been, I would guess, to some degree, the Cappy heyday, if I may. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny here, but I mean, like, I imagine you were
It's like that.
1989, man.
cutting them down in this
Oh,
era,
yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
This is when I was a happening dude.
As opposed to now,
The
you're like
usage of
plotting.
the word happening there is the best part.
Yeah. Or as opposed to now where we're plotting your like celebrity
Right.
boxing
There's a
match with some
Cobra
other
Kai-
ESPN radio
Cobra
guy.
Kai
Yeah.
is unfolding inside of the media tent.
Yeah.
Crypto
So,
Ray's
George-
already posting screenshots in the community, and people already posting their memes.
No
like,
way.
Let's get it on. From the what was the show? The Claymation Celebrity Boxing.
Oh, yeah,
Night?
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Great show.
And
Yeah.
fantastic
Oh, wow.
show.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
Fantastic
Crypto Ray
program.
Crypto Ray got these new editing skills.
Yeah, he
and
does.
Boy, it's a game changer for him. I can tell you that right now. It really is.
Yeah.
Speaking of like editing skills, shout out to Grant in L.A. Did you guys happen to see that Grant in L.A. with his red circle from the Circle of Trust
Made TNT.
made it onto TNT last night?
What?
I did not. I
Oh.
missed it. I was was doing stuff, but I missed it.
Yeah, shout out to Grant in L.A. Great job representing the circle.
He was at the Clipper game in the crowd.
No, George. During like halftime, they
They do the comments,
the
to
social
Charles
media
and those
roundup.
guys.
Yeah.
And Grant in L.A. got himself on there and represented the Circle of Trust well.
Good job.
Excellent
Grant in
work.
LA.
Excellent.
Shout out to Grant.
What did he say? Do you remember?
No, it wasn't really what he said. It was just that somebody in the circle screenshotted the fact that it was Grant's tweet. And his tweet was about like something that somebody else had said on the show.
No, of course. That's what it is. It's always about
it was
something that's
Lois,
happening.
vice president of the local chapter of the Handsome Man community, who highlighted it. I believe I have that right.
It was the vice president. You're exactly right. You're exactly right, Mr. President.
I think what we need to do is every time the Lakers play on TNT, we need to make sure the circle invades their TNT moments, right? Where their social media moments.
And hashtag Sedano and Cap.
Right.
So that we not only get their circle and we get the comment, but we get the hashtag.
Right. And then, Charles can be like, Sedano and Cap. It was Sedano. What about Sedano?
Here it comes.
I found the tweet, by the way. It was he did a side-by-side picture of Candace Parker, and I believe it's Dr. Evil from Austin Powers.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
That's
he's
funny.
put Candace in the laughing emoji.
That's right. Yesterday was Shaq and Candace and Lefko and Vince Carter. Right.
And DeAndre, the best part of what you just said was, I believe that's Dr. Evil.
Hey, look, I haven't. I just want
He asked me. He's like, "Who's the guy with Mini-Me from Austin Powers?"
I might have botched that name too. You kind of forget. It's all Mike Myers,
great-
so you
great
kind of forget
movies.
the
Love
name of the
Austin
characters.
Powers.
That's fair. You nailed it, D.
Yeah, I just got to remind him, man, you ain't know nothing about no Bobby Brown, and you ain't know nothing about no Dr. Evil.
No, correct.
So, Cappy, tell us about Radio Row before I get out of here in a few minutes.
Well, I'll tell you about Radio Row if you tell me about what you got going on. Today, Radio Row, I will just say this. It's Wednesday, so the place starts to get packed up pretty good. For me, I was able to mend a fence earlier in the day, by the way. Former San Diego Charger linebacker, former Buffalo Bill linebacker, L.A. resident. You guys know who Sean Merriman is?
Yeah, of course. Lights
out.
Well,
he a Terp. Yes, I'm well familiar with his work.
So Lights Out and I today had a big love fest. We let bygones be bygones.
Oh, so look at that. So this could be the Bygones Be Bygones tour.
Right. Well, the difference is that with Sean Merriman, I was like petrified for my life.
Yeah.
Well, right.
I was gonna be on my hands and knees begging for forgiveness so that he doesn't rip my head off. In the second version of Let Bygones Be Bygones, I'm waiting for an apology.
Oh, wow.
No. Okay. Hold on. Why don't we just marry the two bottles and you bring Sean Merriman to the breaking of bread with Fortnite? That way, neither one of you gets out of line. Because if he gets ticked off, you both might end up
you're both
bopped on the head.
That's a good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
On the other hand, though, Clinton, you know that Merriman now is like a fight promoter. He's got his own MMA league.
So you might
he may be thinking to himself, "Why am I going to keep you guys away from each other? Let's set up a
fight."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, George, Radio Row is good. There's a lot of activity. Obviously, here we get to the later part of the day. It's 5:39 p.m. local time here in New Orleans. Things are starting to quiet down a little bit. But flip it. Tell me, because I know you had this crazy early flight today, and what's the game tonight?
Yeah, so had to switch to a different plane, different flight because the first flight didn't go. So made it here like at 2:30 and have been scrambling since. But yeah, OKC and Phoenix tonight, late game on ESPN, and we're on Kevin Durant watch. He may get traded during the game.
I was going to say, do we have a situation where, because I saw an interesting
It's either he stays in Phoenix, Clinton, or he's going to Miami now. Like, that's the deal.
Miami?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Wendy's reporting.
I saw a funny report that teams are rescheduling their flights for tomorrow because there was concern that people were going to be in the air whilst deals were being made, which is the funniest thing to me in the world. I love that. Okay.
Speaking of flights, my home away from home, LAX, Clinton, perfect segue. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the traveler experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. My car charging as we speak. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding. Who doesn't want to get to their flight faster? And a new facility will have all major rental car brands under one roof when your friends and family come to visit. And when you're local, man, you don't even need a car to get to LAX, because soon the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. So you take the Metro to the Century Station, the People Mover train will pick you up right there, and you are good to go to your terminal. For more information, check out their website. That's flylax.com. For more info, that's flylax.com. All right, gentlemen, I got to go see if Kevin Durant gets traded, and I have to have this awkward conversation with him on television.
Wait a second. That's going to go down tonight?
It could.
Oh, that's hot.
The deadline is tomorrow, so yeah.
Correct. So,
that is
all
hot.
right, I got to go because Mike Breen is a stickler for punctuality, so I got to go.
Bang!
Okay. All right. Freaking Mike Breen.
That's what it's come to, Cappy.
You know, Clinton, that is what it has come to on this show. It has come down to now George is beholden to Mike Breen's dinner schedule, and therefore that determines when George is going to be on the air.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever had dinner with Mike Breen?
I have not.
Well, then you don't know why George is beholden to Mike Breen's dinner schedule. If you know,
they're legendary.
Breen is a guy's guy. I mean, I'm sort of making this up, but I love Breen.
Well, he said everyone loves,
yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
You see Breen. Breen is a bring-it-in guy.
That's a dinner you don't want to miss, Cap.
He's a big bring-it-in guy, and when you're on the road the night before the trade deadline, I mean, I listen. As much as I love you, Cappy, I don't know that I could name a better person in America not named Joe Fortenbaugh who I'd rather have dinner with the night before the trade deadline.
I mean, I would not want to miss that, especially in the current circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
I got it.
It's a good deal.
All right, let me do this. Clinton is in for Sedano. I am down in New Orleans on Radio Row. Clinton is holding it down at our headquarters in downtown L.A.
Lindsay's here. Dee's here as well.
Yep, you got DeAndre, who is operating this whole deal, and Lindsay just makes suggestions in the back. That's what she says. I'm just back here making suggestions. That's all. Clinton's in. George is out. We're just going to kick things all off all over again. Next, this is Sedano and
Sedano is all over it.
Luka Doncic, the newest member of the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, it's been a whirlwind the last couple of days or whatnot with you. What are you most excited about, though, playing with the Lakers?
I mean, just playing for the Lakers. You come here, you can see all the names, all the legends that play here. You see the trophies, so it's a big motivation just to be here.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap is 710 ESPN. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
How is that related?
On 710 ESPN.
Oh, my. Break out a little yacht rock. Clinton Yates is in for Sedano. Clinton, what do you think about a little yacht rock here? You
Loved
like it?
Never not loved it. As the only person in this studio that's probably been to the continent with any sort of regularity, this particular song is also reasonably excellent.
You like it, do you?
I do.
All right, me too. Shout out to our boys from Yachtly Crew.
I listen to Yacht Rock all the time. That's like that's not even a bit in my life. That's just a part. That's just another channel on my network in life. You know what I'm saying?
I do indeed. The president of the Handsome Man community, Clinton Yates, is in the house. Clinton, I want to, before we kind of reset everything.
Sure.
You know, you've been all week long hearing all the talk from the time Luka was traded and AD was sent out. And I'm curious, I mean, give me the initial thoughts, because as the day goes on, we're going to hear from what LeBron had to say.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to hear all the reporting that's been around this story, because there still seems to be so much more meat on the bone, because I guess last night when you think about the Lakers annihilating the Clippers, when the Clippers have owned the Lakers for all these years, and now you got to go to their place, not go to Crypto.com where it's your building with their logos on the floor. You got to go across town to their place where they beat up on you a month ago, and you just destroyed them last night, which I think for a lot of people was pretty shocking. So to see Luka sitting on the bench now, you know what's coming. So reset the entire thing and jump in with what you think about it, because we haven't heard from you yet.
There's a couple things that are happening here, and they are all I don't want to say separate but equal. That sounds a little weird during Black History Month, but I'm saying it. There are so many elements to this story that I think are not exactly related but overlap, that as a journalist makes this fascinating. There is A, the Luka element, B, the LeBron element, C, the Lakers as a franchise element, and D, everybody else who cares about this. But I will tell you what I first reacted to when I first heard the news. And I said this when I called in to the Cam brothers who hosted the emergency pod. I guess it's not a pod if it was on the air on Sunday when it happened. This guy is a star of stars that I don't know that Los Angeles really realizes. Take the basketball all to the table right now, Scott. Luka Doncic is a mega funny and cool dude in terms of how he approaches everything. And for guys that do our job, this dude is a gold mine of content in general. Now, there's two things about that. Number one, people said, oh, my God, have the Lakers ever had a white man who was their biggest star? People say, well, do you know what the logo is? Do you know who Jerry West is? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, yeah. First of all, the late great, shouts to him. That was a long time ago. But second, he's not an American. There's a different element to what Luka brings to the table from a cultural standpoint that I think is so much fun to delve into. This is not Vlade Divac. He could be Vlade's son, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the type of people that attract themselves to him for reasons well beyond basketball. Number two, he played for Real Madrid. This is where he grew up. This man speaks fluent Spanish, and not because he learned it in Duolingo. I think that he's got a real opportunity to attach himself to this market in a way that is going to make him popular in a fashion that I'm not sure a certain generation of Laker fan has ever seen. That is what I first think about, Scott, when I feel that when I think about Luka coming to this team. I'm like, dude, do you have any idea how much fun it's going to be to have this guy as a part of this team? I'm excited. He's a star's star, on top of the fact that he's a top 5 player in the National Basketball Association, Scott.
So last night, you'll appreciate this, I went to the media party here in New Orleans.
Okay, where was it? Let's get the full breakdown. What was the locale?
What was the
spread like?
Center, the convention center in New Orleans, Clinton, is just absolutely massive.
Yeah.
I can't say that I've walked every inch of the LA Convention Center, but I didn't realize that there were this many conventions, that New Orleans needed this many, I'm guessing, millions of square footage.
Are you serious, dude? New Orleans is like the most popular convention city in America, bro.
I swear to you, I did not know. I would have thought like Vegas. I would have thought L.A.
It's probably up there.
You know,
some of us have been to conventions in New Orleans and done things that we're not going to talk about on the air. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, New Orleans is a big time convention town.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here. This is probably my third-ish Super Bowl, probably going back to the late 90s. And